Hi and welcome. Life Therapeutic Massage. This is Jason Barlow reporting. I remember last blog I posted, we talked about the stress this time of year coming up to the holiday season. So perhaps your shoulders now were previously here, and after the last blog, potentially shoulders are down here a little bit. So what I want to do on this post, we're going to talk about how breathing relates to stress. We're trying to get these shoulders even lower now. Okay, so here's the thing about breathing. As a young child, and if you have babies around you at home, grandkids, anything along those lines, just observe them, especially if they just come out the bath and they're half naked. And you can see how their bellies expand and flatten. They're just inflating like balloons, and then they're deflating like you've let the air out the balloon. And if you observe closely, even turn them around and observe their shoulders, you will see very little to no movement upward and downward in their shoulders. So what's happening? As adults, we seem to switch this around. And my theory is around adolescent years, for whatever reason, whether we're told to keep our stomach in so tight, stand up tall, we start to keep our abdomen so locked in that instead of breathing through those deep diaphragmatic muscles, so that includes the deep muscle of the abdomen called the transversus abdominis, we start to switch it to all the neck and shoulder muscles. And one of the most common things I see in my clinic here with posture is what we call a forward head posture, which looks like this, where the ear is forward of that shoulder. So one of the things that contributes to that is partly how we sit at the desk and drive the vehicle, but also we've got to tie in our breathing. So the interesting thing is, those adolescent years and as we age, we start to train our body through neuromuscular training. We train our body to educate these muscles to be the primary movers for breathing. So on average, we breathe 18 to 20 breaths a minute. So let's say 18 breaths a minute, and you multiply that over 24 hours. I've got it here on my calculator. It says that's 25,920. That's 25,920 repetitions every day that we teach these muscles to breathe and recruit. Now, if you go to the gym and get a dumbbell in your hand and keep training this muscle, your bicep muscle, your elbow is going to stay like this eventually. And these muscles at the back are going to become very weak. Well, the same thing happens here. If you're 25,000 repetitions a day teaching these muscles to get tighter and shorter, it's going to contribute to this, and it's also going to contribute to what we were talking about before, the shoulders coming up towards the ears. So how do we start to reverse this? Well, very simply, just pay attention to your breathing. As you take a deep breath inward, try to allow your belly to relax and allow your belly to expand. As you're breathing in, your diaphragm has to move down. Your organs have got to go somewhere. And it's only when you relax your belly that your organs move forward with the expansion of the belly. And as you exhale, your belly button should draw slowly inward toward the spine, therefore bringing the organs back in, forcing the diaphragm up, therefore pushing the breath out. The interesting thing is how massage ties into this is that every time you breathe through this muscle exclusively, it massages all of your viscera. Your viscera is just a very fancy name for all the organs. So if you're suffering with anything from constipation or digestive issues, starting to breathe will also help to improve the movements through the bowel, the movements through all the digestive tract. It's a very healthy, natural way to start to massage the inner organs. So let's kind of review what we've talked about here. What we're trying to do is de-stress these muscles, relax our shoulders. One way we can start to do this is we talked about is posture. The second way we're talking about today is just pay attention to your breathing. Try to breathe through the abdomen and exhale, and likewise flatten the abdomen each time you breathe out. So practice that between now and when I post next time. If you have any questions, queries about what we've talked about here today, maybe the next time what I'll spend a bit of time doing is showing you an exercise that really pushes this a step forward, and you can start to flatten your abdominal wall. 2012 is around the corner. A lot of people's goals tend to be, I want to flatten my stomach. And if you want to know specifically how to do that, join me on the next post. So in between, join me at www.lifemassage.ca. If you haven't Facebooked us, please do so. I'm posting these on YouTube as well and creating a page. So really starting to expand on getting this information out to people. Share it with all your friends and family, and enjoy the winter as it's coming. And take care. Thank you.